Those they cost me.
Well, these are $65 at the plumbing supply. They have them at Home Depot. I don't think the one at Home Depot extends. Like this one has this much on there.
I got this one from Lowe's.
Yeah, see the difference in size on these?
Yeah.
The ones at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff, they have a different tip than you can get. This tip is a lot better. It's got a hook on it so it can grab stuff and pull it back out like bottles, bottle caps. At Home Depot ones, they just have that kind of tip on this. And this one actually extends too. Once you once you push that button, you can pull that handle out more, and you can get a couple more feet out of it. So you can get it real far into a toilet. So
did you take the picture?
yeah, it's going right now. So this is what was your problem in here. These things work really good. So you don't have to. She just poured hot water in here and a little bit of Drano, and it started working. But a lot of times these drains can be fixed with this here. It just there's 4 sides to that thing. You can see, if you look in there, you'll see like 4 little arms, and you can fish this down in there past it and pull it out. See, that was hair that you got, and it was just right here. So you can go down all 4 sides and pull it. That's why that hot water worked, because it was just soap, scum, and hair. So. And you're a tool girl. I know you got a lot of tools. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so hi, this is Jim. Sales. Huh? That activated my camera. Oh, hi. What can I do for you? All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, what's the question? Okay.
If I tighten up on that boot to make it tighter, am I connected to that, or do they sell a pipe that and a boot that's a little bit smaller?
Oh, it's called it's called a cast iron to PVC adapter. You have to glue that on the end of the pipe first, so that because the outside diameter of cast iron pipe is smaller than the outside diameter of plastic pipe.
So I gotta glue the cast iron.
That's yours. You can have that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Or is it in plastic?
It's plastic. It's called a PVC PVC to no hub adapter.
No hub. PVC to no hub adapter. And that'll be a 3-inch.
Yep. If you're using 3-inch pipe, that's what you'll need.
And do I use the regular glue for that?
Yeah. Yeah. It just glues on. It just reduces the outside. Yeah, it's just a regular PVC fitting. It looks like kind of like a coupling, but it reduces the outside diameter of the PVC to the same size as cast iron.
Okay, I got it. They sell that at Home Depot?
I don't know. I don't really buy too much stuff from there.
All right, so
they
Atlas
might.
Plumbing would have it. Atlas Plumbing would definitely.
Oh yeah, Alice will have it. They got all kinds of good
Okay,
stuff.
now one last question. Okay, I appreciate that, man. That helps me a ton.
Put this away.
There. Okay, last question.
Okay.
When I'm going into the basement, it goes into that main line. Now they look like what they had going. They had some plastic on it. They look like they just put a 3-inch to 2-inch rubber boot going into the. They just stuck the 2-inch into the thing. Now the problem is, it looked like the regular cast iron pipe that was screwed in there, and sealed in there. So it's not. I'm not able to get my 3-inch hub in there, rubber hub.
Dig it back and cut it out of there and make a better connection.
You said what now?
Dig it back and cut find a good piece of pipe to cut it right there and make a new good connection. Just cut out their connection.
Bust the floor out? You said bust the floor out?
I mean, if it's a bad connection,
It is a bad connection, so I won't be able to cut the thread. The fact that it's nothing to catch on through. There's no way I could get my sawzall in there and try and cut that cast out where it's screwed in at.
oh, yeah, that's a tricky little prospect there. You could try like special grinding tools and stuff and cut a couple of notches in it and try getting it out of there.
Okay.
That's second level though.
Yeah, because it's just the thread that's in there, making it a smaller opening.
Well, if you can dig
what I'm
back,
saying?
and just cut that, oh, that's underground.
But what you're saying is, worse come to worse, I may have to bust up the floor and dig it out and make a better connection from there.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
you know what you gotta
Okay.
do.
Alright,
You know what you gotta do, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trying not to do that shit, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
All
luck.
right, sir. Well, you know, man, I can't thank you enough, man. Hey, I owe you some money. Put it like that.
Okay.
Flat out. I'm going to meet you one day and just give you some advice.
That'd be awesome.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, now. Have a good one.
That guy's always calling me for advice now. I helped him out with some questions one day. Yeah.
And
I've heard that all
would
the
be
time.
nice.
Advice is money.
I mean, but if he does, that would be nice.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people try to get you to work and not give you money. This guy don't even want me to do anything. Okay, so all right. All right, well, let's fill this thing up and dump it and just make sure it's not, leaking down in the ceiling, I guess. But, your insurance company would pay to have all that cut out and, mitigate the damages for you. You just got to pay your deductible and they'll do all that. Because this is all wet under here. This is underneath the cabinet and the wall back there, all the ceiling. So they would have to put a bunch of equipment in here and cut a bunch of stuff out and, dry it out. I have a guy's number. He's really good. So here's the problem. Here's sump pump. Discharge is coming out, going 1.5 inches, and there's no relief vent in case the underground line clogs. The basement will just flood. It's supposed to have a T there sticking out so that, like, for that reason, if the underground line clogs up, this sump pump just pumps up there and outside. Yeah, this basement will just flood, so there should be a clean out there and a relief vent. It actually should be a larger diameter. It should be 3 inch.
It should be what now?
The one outside should be 3 inch, and it should come up with a relief T, so that if the underground line clogs, it'll blow out of that T, and it should have an access to snake the underground line with. So this is an accident waiting to happen here. There's a brush down in there. And another good thing to have is an alarm, at least on, that you set down at a certain level, wherever your water level usually is. You set it, a few inches above that, and the alarm will sound off if this pump dies. Hurry up and scramble and get you a plumber over here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $25 for one with the battery, but you got to change them all the time.
You said I got a brush down here?
There's a brush. I'll get it. Yeah, so you can just strap a little hardware store zip tie a little sensor down there on that pipe a few 4 inches or so up above, and just you can even just set it here. It's got a 9-volt battery. You could zip tie it up higher, zip tie it here, and then zip tie the sensor down here, because the pump's about to kick on. You can see the water line where the rust is. If you go a few inches above that and strap the sensor there and just run a wire up here and just let the thing hang here with a 9-volt battery, it'll sound off whenever you have a problem, whether the pump fails or the power fails, the circuit breaker.
What does that noise? You just turn it on?
Yeah, it's just loud.
So when you turned it on, what would that do?
It pumps the water from the underground under the cement. It pumps it outside so your basement doesn't flood. When that pump dies, your basement's gonna flood.
Okay, so how does it come on?
It's got a float on there like your toilet tank. When the water level fills up, it turns that on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how long you've been here, but
2 years.
yeah. So
I've been here 2 years. I'm in the 3rd year.
yeah, I would change that pump and put an alarm on, or at least put an alarm on there, because this is all carpeted and you got all your stuff here. And if you have a basement, the general rule of thumb is it's going to back up someday. So you want to have all your important stuff in totes, waterproof type totes, and none of your computer stuff laying on the ground. If that pump dies, or when that pump dies, you're going to have problems. All this stuff, you got a bedroom back there. Yeah, all this stuff.
There's a bathroom back there.
That's how it's supposed to look. And this stuff isn't supposed to be glued together, right? This part of it's not supposed to be glued together. And then you can just pull it apart to snake it. So if the underground line clogs up, the sump pump will just pump out here on the ground. It won't. If that wasn't there and this was sealed tight, it would just keep flooding in the house. The water wouldn't have anywhere to go.